President Biden and House Republicans finally agreeing on a debt ceiling deal just days from their default date. And local experts say both parties are taking hits on this. Fox 55's Brianna Bias is live in studio to explain what is in that deal and how it might affect you. Brianna.
Yeah, well, Drew, the Republican majority House really used their leverage in the debt ceiling negotiations this year. Typically, a debt ceiling decision is not the time to decide the nation's budget. That would be in September or October. But this year, Republicans refused to agree on raising the debt ceiling without those budget cuts.
It feels good. We'll see when the vote starts.
President Joe Biden and House Republicans agreed on a debt ceiling deal this week that would heavily impact the nation's budget. And as they await its final approval, Purdue-Fort Wayne political science professor Michael Wolff says one side is going to be much happier than the other.
The House Republicans really had the ability to force President Biden to negotiate on this because the danger of having the debt ceiling breached would have been horrible for the U.S. economy.
He says this is the first time a political party has leveraged a debt ceiling negotiation to change the nation's budget, which he thinks sets a bad precedent.
This is a horrific thing to stake a series of debates about because there's absolutely no reason. This is not a budgetary function.
The bill will suspend the country's $31.4 trillion of debt till January of 2025. It will put a temporary cap on spending for everything except defense and veteran support, and it will require people to start paying back their student loans at the end of the summer.
What it turns into is essentially a chance for political showmanship, where, hey, let's drive us to the cliff here just so we can make a stance on what our priorities are or whatever, and then just give up on all that stuff at the last minute because, hey, we have to raise the debt ceiling anyway.
Purdue-Fort Wayne economics professor John Kessler says he fully expected them to reduce spending.
And what the typical American person hears is, great, they cut spending. But that's not what they said. They said they reduced spending, which means we're still going to spend more than we make. We're just going to spend less more.
He says in situations like this, both parties earn political points. Some victories for the Democrats: the bill cuts IRS funding, but not as much as Republicans originally wanted. And Democrats will also retain climate and clean energy tax credits and subsidies.
The fact that those on the left and those on the right in Congress are really upset indicate that's probably a pretty centrist deal that got hammered out here.
And to clarify, that debt ceiling deal is still just a bill. It has not been officially passed yet. It still has to go through the House before it heads to the Senate. But Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he will try to get it passed as quickly as possible. In studio, I'm Brianna Bias, Fox 55 News.